Hi, I'm Dion from NewtonMathsVideos.com. Now the first part of this question we're asked to solve for x and y. But what we can do here is we have one term in x and y, another term in x and y, and it's actually relatively straightforward. All we can do really, well all we have to do, is just add them up here. So if we add 2x and x, we get 3x. If we add y and minus y, that just equals 0, and add 4 and 5 is equal to 9. So that implies if we divide both sides by 3, or you might be able to spot by eyesight, that implies that your x is equal to 3. And then you just fill in your values for x equal to 3. So it's 3 minus y is equal to 4. So then you might be able to see that, well, it's actually a bit complicated. That implies that 3 is equal to 4 plus y if we add y to both sides. And that implies, if we subtract 4 from both sides, y is equal to 3 minus 4. And that implies y is equal to minus 1. Okay, so now on to the next part of that question here. We're told that x minus 1 is a factor of this here. We're asked to divide it in. So we're asked to show by division that it's a factor. Otherwise, if we weren't asked to show by division, we can just fill in x equal to 1 and then that should equal to 0. So what we'll do here is when you divide one term into another term like this, you only really use the terms on the left hand side here. That's really all you're looking at when you're dividing. So really what we're asked to do is, you're asked how many times does x go into x cubed times, or same thing really, what do I have to multiply x by to get x cubed? So that answer here is x squared. So then what you have to do is multiply every term here by x squared. So x cubed by x, or x squared by x is x cubed, and x squared by negative 1 equals negative x squared. Now we're going to subtract these two terms here. We're just going to subtract this here. So to subtract, we change the sign of every term in the bottom line. So that's what we're left here. And then we get 0. And then 2x squared plus x squared is 3x squared. And then we're going to bring these two terms down, minus x minus 2. And now, we do the same thing again. What do I have to multiply x by to get 3x squared? And your answer is, of course, 3x. So you multiply all this term here by 3x. So your answer is 3x squared minus 3x. And we're going to subtract this. We have to change the sign of every term in the bottom line. So that turns into negative, that turns into positive. So that's equal to 0 there, and your answer is 3x minus x equals 2x. And then you bring down 2, which is negative 2. Now, how many times does x go into 2x? Well, that's just 2. So 2 times x is 2. Or 2x, sorry. So then you multiply every term here by 2. So x minus 1 is equal to 2x minus 2. And you subtract them, you have no remainder. It's like if you were asked if 3 is a factor of 9, when you divide it in you get no remainder, so it is a factor. And now you divide x minus 1 to this term, divide that in, and it has no remainder, therefore it is a factor. For the next part of the question, you're asked hence or otherwise find other factors of f of x. So, I'll just write this out again here. We're showing that x squared plus 3x plus 2 is a factor. X squared plus 3x plus 2 is a factor. So if this is a factor, then it's equal to 0. So then we just factorize this, and we're going to have 2 here, and we're going to have 1 here, and we're going to have positive. So then we factorize it, so we know that this is equal to 0, and these are the other factors here. So that implies that x is equal to negative 1, or x is equal to negative 2. So basically when we have the graph here, our x term here is going to be negative 2, and our x term here is going to be negative 1. But we also have x equal to 1 as another factor. So x is equal to 0 here and 1. So our graph will roughly look like that. So these are the factors here when y is equal to 0. At x equal to negative 2, x equal to negative 1, and x equal to 1. There are 3 factors. Okay, so if you found this video useful, please add me on Facebook, Twitter, or subscribe to my YouTube channel.